Right when we thought nothing was done for the year, they surprised everyone with this. Yes, this is the cheapest nothing phone ever, and they are calling it the Nothing Phone 3A Lite. Now, what does this phone bring, and where does it stand between CMF Phone 2 Pro and Nothing Phone 3A, both in terms of specs and pricing, and most importantly, are there any hidden catches, dark secrets? I'll tell you everything. Let's get started. First of all, the design. This is how the phone looks in all its glory. It's clean, it's minimal, and has nothing vibe all over it. Cliff lights are reduced to just an LED at the bottom, and there are these visible screws all over the back. And if you look closely, you'll see that this part has a different texture, and nothing tells us that it's inspired from old TV remote's battery cover. Now, this entire back is glass and it's protected by Panda glass, but the cameras, well, they are a bit tricky. At first glance, it looks like a 3-camera setup, just like the CMF Phone 2 Pro, but it's not. It's actually a 50-megapixel main camera, which is a Samsung sensor, 8-megapixel ultra-wide, and the third one is a tiny 2-megapixel macro camera, which honestly doesn't even count. The main camera does come with OIS, but it can't record 4K 60. It maxes out at 4K 30 only. I'll talk about the cameras in a bit, but if I talk about the in-hand feel, it's pretty good. It's not too heavy or thick, and there's IP54 rating for peace of mind. On the sides, you get volume rockers, power button, and even the essential key, which is nice. And at the bottom, you have the hybrid SIM tray along with USB Type-C 2.0 port. Now, coming to the front, the display is exactly the same that you get on the Phone 3A or the CMF Phone 2 Pro. 6.77-inch size, Full HD Plus resolution, 120Hz refresh rate, and 3000 nits of peak brightness. And here also, you get the Panda glass protection. See, the display is fine, but the speaker setup, not so much. Yes, just like the CMF Phone 2 Pro, here also you get only a single speaker at the bottom, which is never ideal. Let's get to the software now, because this time there are some major changes. Come. First of all, this will be the first time you will see pre-installed apps in a Nothing phone. Yes, it seems like Nothing is taking a new direction. The ad-free, the bloat-free experience, which was once their USP, is now coming in the way of business. Yes, just like most other smartphone brands, Nothing will also pre-install some apps, but it doesn't stop there. They will also include ads in the lock screen, and they will call it Lock Glimpse. Honestly, none of us were expecting this from Nothing, but here we are. Now, if it makes you feel any better, you can uninstall the pre-installed apps and disable the lock screen completely, which by the way is turned off by default. And oh, now that we are talking about pre-installed apps, I wish Nothing also starts pre-installing Netflix, as it unlocks the HDR capability, which actually everyone wants. Apart from that, the phone comes with Nothing OS 3.5 based on Android 15, and there are 3 years of OS updates. This is also very unlike Nothing, because we usually expect latest build out of the box. For performance, you get Dimensity 7300 Pro, same as the CMF Phone 2 Pro, and there's 8GB of RAM and 128GB of UFS 2.2 storage. As we have seen already, it's not the most powerful processor, but in day-to-day usage, it works just fine. The battery is 5000 mAh and there's 33-watt charging support, but unlike CMF Phone 2 Pro, you won't get a charger in the box. See, we are not allowed to talk about everything. We can't show the camera samples, run benchmarks, do a full-fledged testing, or install any third-party app, but we will do all of that in our full review, so subscribe for that. But if I have to give you an idea, this is where Nothing Phone 3A Lite lands in Nothing's hierarchy. There's this newly launched Phone 3A Lite, then comes the Phone 3A, then comes the Phone 3A Pro, and finally the flagship Phone 3. And if I quickly compare it with the CMF Phone 2 Pro, both the phones are very close in specs. In fact, CMF has a more versatile camera setup and also comes with a charger in the box, but obviously it won't have the glass back or Nothing-like design. Finally, the pricing. This is how the global pricing looks like. And for the Indian pricing, we'll obviously have to wait for India launch, which by the way is confirmed for next month. If I were to guess, it should be around 20,000 rupees, but we'll see when it comes. Now, what do you think about Phone 3A Lite and the new direction that Nothing is taking? Tell me in the comments. I look forward to reading your comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.